couldn't finish the album. It was just impossible. And I have a few months, you know, to finish the record. You know, I want it to be really good. You know, I want the songs to be really good. You know, I've recorded enough material for a whole album, but it's just that I couldn't get the studio where I was working. You know, like the days that I wanted to, and because I was always on the road too. You know, so it's been a busy year and a half. I think I did 168 shows since the album came out. Well, I've been listening to harp players for a long time, you know, and I picked up a lot of licks from harp players on the guitar, you know, and I've always been a fan of that sound and tried it a few times before, you know, but I'd play for a week and then I wouldn't play for a couple of years, you know, so but it was the only other instrument I could play while playing drums and singing and playing the guitar, you know. So I started playing harp about a year ago. What I did is I bought a rack and I'd play while I was driving. Anybody who knows me will tell you that I was a bad driver to begin with. So I didn't get into any accident while playing harp, but but I put in the hours, practiced a lot, listened to a lot of records, a lot of Little Walter, you know, picking up licks here and there. Well, I just wanted to sound bigger and bigger and better, you know. Yeah. Obviously, 2 years ago, I couldn't do the whole thing at the same time, you know. When I started doing the solo thing, I was just foot stomping. I was putting a mic on the floor and just foot stomping. And then I figured, might as well get a bass drum. And I was like, I got another leg. What if I had a hi-hat, you know? And I had been doing a few gigs, you know, just standing up and doing the bass drum. And when I got the hi-hat, I was like, I guess I'm going to have to sit down, you know. And I tried it, and I just couldn't do it. So I learned standing up. And then about a year ago, I got a snare. And I thought of something, and I wanted to have a bass sound. So what I do is I take an old D-Armand pickup from the 60s that was made to put on an acoustic guitar. So you got the pickup, you got a wire, you got a volume and a tone, and you plug into that. And so what I do is, let's say these are the strings. I put it up there so it only picks up the two big strings, and it goes through an octaver, which gives me the sound of an octave lower, and it goes through a Fender Bassman at the same time as I'm driving the guitar with a regular pickup and 2 amps. So I'm playing through 3 amps, and you have a big guitar sound and you have a bass sound underneath. And I play with my fingers, so you know I was already doing the bass lines with my thumb.
Right, yeah.
So. At the same time, on 1.5, you have 2 nice acoustic songs, but they're pretty badass too, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much the direction. But there's a few songs that are different, you know, folky stuff, or I have a ballad, good one, a really good one, and I have a few different things, you know, just like on Volume 1, you had Out of Phase, which was more of like a folky or country tune, you know. So there's still some of that, but the sound is definitely bigger and more badass. Yeah. Same song, and it's actually closer than it's closer than the original version because I wrote it on acoustic guitar. That's what I did on Volume 1 with Gotta Be Strong and Carry On. I wrote it on acoustic, and then it became a band thing, and it changed, and it was featured on Devil at My Heels. Right. Same thing with Long Road. I'm just doing the original version, I guess. Okay. When I was doing Volume 1, I kept listening to Johnny Hooker, and there's an album of his called "It Serves You Right to Suffer," and there's a killer version of "Money" on it. And I kept listening to it and listening to it, and I played that jazz festival a year and a half ago on the big stage, and I tried it for the first time there. I had never actually played it. And I tried it for the first time in front of 15,000 people.
Yeah.
I kind of screwed it up, but then it got better. But I just liked it, and I got my own version of it, but it's based on John Lee's version. And I put it on the EP because I figured that those four songs were the best stuff that I had recorded in the last year, so I put it on there. Nothing new. That's about leaving from Regina and driving for 36 hours nonstop to see the woman. That's about sex. That song is just about sex. Well, I'm doing a tour with Matt Anderson and Kim Churchill. So we're Kim Churchill is also a one-man band, and Matt plays guitar by himself and he sings, and we got like 15 dates together in 2.5 weeks. Crazy stuff,
That's right.
So it's gonna 2014 is gonna be a busy year. Yeah.